So we realize these points. So we know, okay, we have to be realistic and we have to be ourselves. I'm going to be giving you guys a tool here that will help you when you do have troubles, though. So when you're acting, all the time you want it to be instantaneous. So if someone tells you to be happy, you can be happy. If someone tells you to be mad, you can be mad. If someone says, hey, you got to be really bored in this situation, you can play that. You can be bored. If someone says you have to be sad, you can be sad. You want it to be instantaneous. That is your goal as an actor. You may not be there yet, and that's okay, but you have to know what you're chasing for, what you're always trying to achieve, because then you'll actually work towards it. If you don't know what you're trying to do, you're a lost boat in the sea. So what you have to do is you have to know what you're going after and what you're chasing. So okay, you always want to be realistic. It's just going to be yourself, and you want it to be instantaneous. So when someone tells you to be happy, mad, sad, angry, you can do that. But there will be times what will be tricky for us. For whatever reason, maybe on a day and you're having a really great day, it's harder for you to play being angry because your day's going great. Or vice versa, maybe your day's going horrible, and it's hard for you to play someone who's happy. We have to have tools. I have about 10 or 12 tools I can give you. I'm going to be giving you one today, one that's really helpful and successful for actors. This one will help you a lot when you're doing your scenes, if you have an audition, if you're in a movie, you're in a TV show. This is going to be a lifesaver for all of you if you can't do it instantaneously. You ask Meryl Streep to be happy, she can be happy. You ask her to be mad, she'll be mad. Not everybody can do that though, so these are tools and things that can help you along the way as you're going to achieve that. You don't want to just rely on this tool. If you just rely on this tool, it's not as effective as being able to do it instantaneously. This is just a tool to help you. That's what some acting instructors sometimes mix up. They give you these things, but they have to make sure they call them tools and not an actual method that you're going about. A method for acting is just really a tool, and you have to remember it's a tool. I don't always agree with those tools, but we can talk about that in a little different video. But for this one, so we know, okay, got to be realistic, we got to be ourselves. So if we have a scene, we get this scene, and we see, okay, I got to be realistic. I got to be myself. That's all I got to be. I don't have to worry about trying to create another character. It takes a lot of pressure off of you. You realize, okay, here's the scene, and you realize, wait a minute, I wouldn't say these lines, but I have to be myself. And let's say, for example, the line is, okay, you want to go to the park? Let's go to the park. That's the line. I'm making it up. Okay, you want to go to the park? Let's go to the park. Well, maybe you wouldn't actually say that. You would just say, let's go to the park. You're straight to the point. This line for you is hard. This is a simple line. This is an example. I'm just making it simple so it's easier to understand. You can have any other line that you want. This is just a simple, easy one so you guys understand the point. So the line is, okay, you want to go to the park, let's go to the park. For you, you would just naturally say, let's go to the park. You wouldn't bother about saying, oh, okay, you want to go to the park, let's go to the park. So you realize you got to be yourself, but this line is a tricky line. This is what gets actors into troubles, because they can say, well, I can play happy, I can play sad, I can be myself, but then when I have these lines, I wouldn't actually say this, so it's very hard for me to do my emotions and be in this scene. The trick for you to this one is to change your lines with the emotion that you're supposed to have. So for example, let's say for this line, you have to be happy. So what you're going to do is before you say this line, you're going to say something and you're going to be happy. And you're going to say what you would actually say. Because everyone's going to say something differently because we're all different people. Maybe for you, what you would actually say is you'd say, oh great, I really want to go to the park. Okay, you want to go to the park? Let's go to the park. You're saying something beforehand that you would actually say, and then you say the line. You could do this for many different emotions. Let's say, for example, in the scene you had to be bored. Right? That's the scene. They're saying you're very bored when you're saying this line. So what you would do is you would say something beforehand that you would actually say if you were bored, and then you will say the lines on the text. So let's say, for example, you had to play that you were bored, so you'd say something that you would actually say if you were bored, and maybe you would actually literally say you're bored. Maybe you go and say, I don't know, I'm just bored right now. You want to go to the park? Let's go to the park. This is a tool that you can use in order to help you. Now remember, it's a tool. It's not something that you want to completely rely on. But if you are in a jam and you do have to play anger or happiness, or you got to be bored, or you got to be sad, you can use this tactic to help you. So all you do is you have the emotion, whatever it is. In the scene, you know, okay, you have to be happy. Well, then you say what you would actually say beforehand, and then go and say the lines. So if you're actually happy, say whatever you're going to actually say in real life that you'd be happy about, and then go and say the lines. Now, of course, if you're auditioning, you can't just go and have this made-up phrase and then go and say the actual lines, because it may not work for the scene. Again, you can ad-lib a little bit, but you don't want to go crazy. So you still want to be honest to the text. So what you do is you don't actually say it, you say it in your head. But I want you guys to practice this first, saying it out loud, because then you get used to it. But you say it in your head first. So say, for example, if you had to do the scene and you're annoyed at somebody and you're pissed off, then you say the line first in your head, and then you would actually speak it. So it'd be, fine, you want to go to the park? Let's go to the park. Or maybe you wanted to be happy, and you could say the line in your head, and you go, you want to go to the park? Fine, let's go to the park. You can change it up. But your goal, remember, as an actor, is not to be reliant on these things. It's to be able to do it instantly. Meryl Streep, she can do it instantly. You go to Meryl Streep and you tell her, hey, I want you to play the emotion and be happy. I want you to go and be sad. I want you to go and be angry. I want you to go and be bored. She can do that. That's what your goal always is as an actor. Now remember, this is a tool. I don't want you guys to always be relying on it because I want you guys to be the most proficient actors that you can be. The most proficient actor is able to do this right on the spot. You can tell them to be happy, be sad, be mad. They can do it instantly. They don't have to go and think, now this is pretty instant because you do, okay, you go, you say it in your head and then you say it out loud. It's pretty instant. But I want it to be where it's very comfortable and you guys can do it whenever you want. The 10-hour acting masterclass helps with that. But if you guys are in a bind and you guys need something to help you, maybe you guys have some other method you do that you like, but it's not working today for whatever reason, do this. It's very simple. It's very easy because you know yourself. You know how you are. You know how you are when you're happy, when you're mad, when you're sad. So then all you have to do is to say what you would actually say in those situations. Now, of course, look, if you're going to be mad, right, and you have to say something that you're mad and you're pissed off at somebody, maybe a line you say to somebody when you're really mad at them is you say, I can't believe you would do that, right? Maybe that's something that you say when you're mad. But if you do it with a smile, like, I can't believe you would do that, of course, it's opposite. It doesn't work. You have to try and aim what you're aiming for, but it's a lot easier because you're doing what you would naturally say. Because remember, when you're acting, you're just being yourself. So if you do what you would naturally do, it's a lot easier for you to say the lines in the scene. Because you know the scene, there's this dichotomy here where you might not actually say these lines the way they're saying it, but you have to say these lines. So what do? You have to say your own line beforehand, and then you go into it with your emotions. And this will help you guys a lot. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you can be up to date with everything. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you. Also, I'm going to be leaving the 10-hour acting masterclass down in the description below if you guys are interested in that. It takes 2 minutes to sign up, so if you're interested, it'll be down there. All right, guys. Bye-bye.